Alright, did a couple bot matches offline, got my account level up a little bit. Sorry about the echoes, just making sure the mic's working. Oh wow, I guess 10th attempt is the charm there. Yeah, I've been trying repeatedly to link my account. It finally worked randomly. Wow. Okay. I guess that means I can activate crossplay if I want. Although, right now I'm just going versus bots and stuff. But huh, that's weird. It doesn't allow me to turn it off now. Alright, anyway, just learning the game.
Hey, listen up. I've got big things underway. Report to the bookstore immediately. Keep this between us. Over.
Alright, cool. Head over to Ray's. I just need to check on something real quick. Yeah, that's weird. I have no idea why it finally worked. I've been trying it again and again and again. Basically every time I'm on that screen, I hit it a few times at least. I had previously entered my email, so I knew it had my correct email for my account.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Take a seat or stand, make yourself comfortable. What I have to show you is of the utmost importance, and can't wait a second longer. You see before you, perhaps the most prodigious discovery known to the metaphysical science community. Look familiar? It's the first, and I mean very first, edition of Tobin's Spirit Guide. The holy grail of supernatural encyclopedia. I finally tracked this down a week ago, and it just arrived. I had to overnight it from... It's best you don't know. Now, I can't deny that my possession of such an extraordinary artifact does naturally provoke questions as to how and where I got it. It's no secret that Tobin is a hero of mine. Throughout Ghostbusters operations, the Spirit Guide has been our de facto resource. Even now, over 100 years since its first publication, it remains the most respected compendium in the paranormal investigative medium. No other researcher, metaphysician, or common raving supernatural obsessed maniac has gone to the lengths that Tobin did to chronicle that which is not of this world. Although some might say, given his sordid later life, perhaps he went too far. Like Tobin, I too fell down a rabbit hole at a young age. This mildewed tome has been my elusive golden goose, my singular vice and obsession. I paid a great deal of money. Well, Winston's money, to some questionable individuals who have scoured the farthest reaches and risked countless perils to find it. It turns out it was right under Tobin's nose all along. Literally. It was found in his coffin, resting on his now concave chest. John Horace Tobin had his spirit guide buried with him. Here, a keepsake from your first occult book acquisition. Never forget this moment, kid. It's a big one.
Very nice. We have achieved Tobin's Spirit Guide. It's right there in front of us. I just want to savor the moment.
You there! Yes, you, Ghosty. Tremble in trepidation, for before you I stand, the magnanimous purveyor of the paranormal, leading scholar on the supernatural, once known in another dimension long ago as John Horace Tobin. I have shed my mortal coil and appear to you now, lost spirit, as the gatekeeper between the world of the living and what lies beyond. Behold! Behold! Oh, bugger. Give us a sec. There we are! Today is not your finest day, Ghosty, but it is your luckiest. Prithee, look to me from here as your guide to what exists beyond existence. Fear not the eternal darkness, for I shall light the lamppost which illuminates your passage. Follow the interminable horizon of the shadowy plane. Release your forsaken soul from all worldly ties, for... Wait a tick. Well, you're not bloody dead, are you? Then what in the name of Saint Stephen are you doing here? Look, I haven't the foggiest how you fumbled your way into this realm, nor do I care. Despite your spectral facade, you don't belong here, and quite frankly, you look ridiculous. And that's coming from a talking ledger. Evidently, the fates have a piss-poor sense of comedy. Well, this certainly puts a spanner in the works. My assigned duty is to serve as mediator for the recently deceased again, not you. I take the dead, teach them the ropes, so to speak, and send them on their hauntings. Oh, but perhaps... Yes. Yes, Ghosty! I've got it! There is a metaphysical mischief to be done, and I find no reason why you shan't be privy to the delights. Lord knows I've had some time to kill in this place, and picked up a few pointers. No better way to immerse oneself into the headspace of a spectre. A rambunctious excursion into the world of the living is the perfect distraction from a purgatorial eternity. What say you? Want to spook some meat puppets?
Well, it's Winky the Octoplast. Nice to meet you, Winky. That's cute. And from what I understand, we'll be able to customize the ghost later on.
First, you need to find your footing. A figure of speech, of course, because as you've probably noticed, you haven't got any feet. Get a fit. Well done, Ghosty. Say, are you a quick learner or have you been dead before? Well, never mind it. See the giant schism in the sky over there? That is a rift. Once you enter, you'll be transported to your very first haunt. So, make haste!
I wonder if they have daily and weekly challenges for guests also, or is it just busters that have that? I should also link my accounts if I can, because I think I can get a drop that I earned previously.
A job and yours is to terrorize and torment. So, get in and let's get cracking.
Alright, so some abilities are standard, and some are unique to specific types and variants. Good to know.
A bevy of charms and abilities reside at your disposal with which you may scare and wreak havoc. Conserve if you can, Ghosty, for your psychokinetic energy is a precious commodity. You must cool down periodically, or your powers will not work, including your ectovision. A Ghosty's most important resource is psychokinetic energy. Use it wisely. It'll take a bit of time to get the old juices flowing again once you've run out, so be mindful of draining your energy. Keep one eye on your meter and you won't get caught on a full moon with your knickers down. Savvy?
Well, I don't think I can actually move in this position. Let's see, what's the left trigger one? That one can move. Cute. Alright, so that one has a cooldown, right trigger, and then ooh, what's this? Is that? I don't know what that is. sure what that did. I guess slimed an area. Huzzah. Oh yeah, left bumper. I shall call you Mini-Me's. It says hold left bumper to use its speed burst. Okay, and then you have to recharge after that. Tap wide, activate your ultimate ability. Long cooldown, powerful enough to get you out of tight situations. If you know what I mean.
Never underestimate the rewards of cowardice. Behold! All around you is a world of possessability. Use every object you can to duck, dodge, and wait for the perfect opportunity to spring your spectral trap on the unsuspecting living. If one of those egregious ghost hunters is nearby, possess an object to hide. While your energy recharges inside a possessable object, be wary. Your recharge rate will suffer if you move the object. Why don't you try possessing something now?
Alright, so if you're moving, you recharge a little slower. Good to know. Rotating. Alright, let's possess some more things.
One of the more invigorating features in your cabinet of curiosities is the ability to phase. You'll be flying at high speeds from one end of the map to the other before you can say Jack Robinson. Who I met, by the way. Bit of a blown-out bulb, if you ask me. There are several respawning from rifts is key, so pay attention. If a ruddy Ghostbuster gets you by the gills while a rift is active, you will respawn at the rift. However, this destroys the damn thing from further use. There are 3 rifts available to you hidden inside artifacts, so act accordingly. Those busters will try to eliminate these rifts, limiting your methods of escape. Fear not. You can retrieve and hide these rifts throughout the map to send your opponents into the light.
Okay. I'm not sure where I would put it, but I guess that's something you learn as you go. Approach any possessible object and hold X when in range to hide the rift. Okay. I imagine some people have devised all kinds of clever dodges for hiding things in places that are hard to find.
A full location haunting starts with teeny tiny baby steps. Try individually haunting different rooms to increase your power, allowing for faster energy regeneration. Civvies and busters alike are easily scared in these predicaments, and if you see a floating brolly, that's because objects in these rooms begin haunting themselves, in turn creating a diversion, allowing you, Ghosty, to hide. You can actively haunt objects too, but why waste the energy, I say? All right, enough preamble. Let's get to the good stuff. Horrification. As an otherworldly, albeit temporary spirit, you are denied so many earthly pleasures. Therefore, we must fill the void with other exquisite delights. That's right. Scaring the pants off anything that moves. Try it and let me know how it goes.
Alright, so you can see them on your little Activision.
Leave me alone.
Ghost type level up. Nice. Booga booga. I am scary. Oh, just when you think you're safe from waste baskets.
Hello?
I don't know if it's really worth chasing them. Get you a drink. Yes. Profile level up. I'll take it. Do do do. Oh, that could be a fun one to possess. There's that rift we placed. Okay, need to horrify another civilian, it looks like.
Is someone there?
Oh, that's funny. Just a friendly little starfish following you around. Nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Hearing things? Oh God, please don't hurt
The best defense is a strong offense. Or is it the other way around? Either way, these next two tricks will be sure to send more than a shock up the trousers of those banal busters. You see the silly satchels they carry upon their backs? Why don't you try sneaking up behind them? A well-timed ectoplasmic burst will sabotage their equipment, giving you, little ghosty, an opening to escape. Or better yet,
So how do you... Oh, okay.
quarrel, face to face. Whereas you and I love ectoplasm and everything to do with it, the living can't stand it. Literally, cover them with enough and they won't be able to stand at all. Oh no! What's this? You've become ensnared by the power of the dreaded electrical lasso. Then you must fight your way out. Use your ability should you see no other option. But I counsel you to flee. Beware their tethers will create great resistance, so fight! Fight, damn you, against the pull, and you will exasperate the tether and earn your freedom!
Alright, so you gotta pull against the current pull direction while button mashing. Not a big fan of button mashing, but do it if you gotta.
If, God forbid, you are pulled to the final ghost trap field, it's curtains for you. Almost. You will have a brief moment to try and free yourself, but lo, you have painted a target on your backside. Or something trapped it will be harder to break free from.
Okay, so you have a brief moment to find the weak spot. Huh. Well, that was confusing.
Now, Ghost, should you, despite all maneuverings, be seized in the final, fatal capture, find your way back to me, so that I might imbue you with the power to haunt once more.
Well, that's mighty decent of you. Yeah, I should try and figure out how to connect my account with my Twitch account. And then I think I could cash in some... I have at least one drop, supposedly.
Whoa, kid. You still with us? You look like you saw a ghost. I know it's the job, but still, you look scorched. Call me delusional, but I wager there's more to this book than meets the eye. But don't worry. You and I are going to figure it out. Anyway, we'd best head back to the firehouse for now.
Alright, cool. So I can come back here and interact with the Tobin Spirit Guide. Go back into the book. I get the feeling I'm going to be doing that a fair bit. I have a tendency to like, playing the monster, ghostly type in this case, in games that afford you the opportunity. Okay, so there you can unlock and customize ghosts. Talk to Tobin, enter matches. Alright. Ghost Realm unlocked. Very nice. And I think I have some customization or something coming. Alright, go check that out. I guess the previous modifications came with trade-offs, but this one is simply a bonus with no downside. Well then, that makes it an easy decision, doesn't it? It's weird, it says there's something waiting for me under the proton pack, but I don't see it. Oh, maybe under visual? Okay, so you just unlocked a tint for them, but I think I'll pass on that. What's a VAD, vertical ascension device? Cool, I didn't know if I had that or not. I'll have to play around with that. I didn't notice. Wonder where would that be, or is it something I would need to equip separately? Maybe? Not really sure. Maybe next bot match I have, I can test that out. I've unlocked Slick and Kid in addition to the starting stuff, but I don't know, I can still go with my name. see. And then you can probably get some ghost customization also.
Ah, Rookie. You're a pretty big fan of the Busters, aren't you? Did you know that Egon has a granddaughter? Her name's Phoebe. And let me tell you, this kid is just the best. If she ever stops by the firehouse, you gotta meet her. She actually told me this joke the other day. Why did the dentist go bungee jumping? To have a brush with death. Cracks me up every time.
Alright, and I think once I get my account connected to my Twitch account, yeah, I should have at least one drop coming to me that I had previously been able to claim. I guess this one's the basic type. It's like high movement stat. It says reduced object and trap damage, slower sabotage, interaction speed. Applies more slime per attack hit. Slime on busters slows more. So basically it's all about the slime, huh? So, good beginning type. And it kind of looks like that's all you've got, really. Yeah, if these are for the other types, then yeah, none of them are actually available to me. Oh, that one looks cool. Slower rift detonation, tougher trap minigame. Looks like it's harder to escape traps. I knew it was hard enough. I didn't have a chance when they showed it to me in the tutorial. Requires some pretty high player levels for these. Some ghoulie. Harder tether escape, shorter scare distance. But shorter cooldown on it. Increased fear damage on civilians getting calmed. Increased possess and transfer objects distance. Scared destroyed objects burst with PKE. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Slower to tether, shorter stun duration, increased object and trap damage, more powerful buster knockdowns. That looks interesting. It's got better minions and such. Poltergeist. Passively shocks busters in close proximity. Much faster PKE regeneration inside electronic-based objects. More effective proton pack sabotage. Well, that makes sense. Increased trap and gadget damage. Easier to tether. Ouch. That seems like a bad thing. Like, particularly. Greater pack sabotage costs, longer stun period. Glutton. Oh yeah, I remember that one from the Afterlife movie. The Possessor looks pretty cool. It's kind of like the upper half of one of those demon dog things from the movies. Increased fear from jump scares. I'm not sure what constitutes a jump scare. Is it just the standard right trigger thing? Or is it something else? Lower minion health, increased ghost trail visibility, slower rift detonation. I'm not sure what they mean regarding rift detonation. Felt like the tutorial could have used a little more, but I guess I'll get the hang of it. There's no possession or haunt trails. Just has increased ghost trails. Increased ecto-vision distance. Shorter stun. Watcher. In-object scare attack. Oh, that's cool. Scare attack, lunge, faster room haunt speed. It was hard for me to tell when a full room had been haunted when I was in the tutorial level. I just kept haunting individual objects, but couldn't really tell if there was an indication of a particular room being haunted. Tougher to break multiple tethers, increase scare cooldown. Speed burst costs more energy. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Concerning Ghostbusters get to sprint for free. Well, I mean they have stamina, but it regenerates a lot faster than your energy does. But I guess that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's some cool stuff, although too bad. It takes a little while. Well, although I mean, I guess this is just to select ghost type, but can you customize it? I don't see a customization option. Let's go. They talk about the different things. Is there anything about customization? I'm not seeing customization here. I thought you were able to customize your ghost. Maybe not. Okay, I guess that's the only mention of customization that I've found. You can choose different skins. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't immediately obvious that you had to click on it. I guess there's variants, including the Slimer variant, Winky, can summon a puddle of sludge. You got Minion and Ultimate. Okay, you can do a swarm or a trap. Minions. Sludge puddle. Slime Nado. Yeah, I can try that. Can choose minion trap. And I guess I would be able to choose a different color if I had anything unlocked. But I think I will have something unlocked for it when I do that account linking. Now what is it doing? I tried to close it, it just lagged a bit. Alright, let's try a little bot action here. See what we can do.
Time to scare, not a minute to waste.
Okay, that was a bit confusing. I still don't know like what to do to get out of that. But this is how we learn. Alright, so now I should be able to put this somewhere else.
Whatever you're doing, do more! They're all running scared.
Oh well, win some, you lose some. Here, escape the other. I've taken your trap.
These civilians aren't fleeing fast enough to do something about that.
Alright, ability for that is on cooldown. It's kind of fun to mess around with. I mean, I'd probably be taken out very quickly by any player character type of team in this situation.
You've lost your wrist.
I have.
Chance. Don't.
Yeah. Trundling along.
The glory is yours, Ghosty.
Yay! We have done it. Run away and fear, mortals. Flee from the might of Winky. I love all the bot names. They're pretty entertaining. This is actually kind of fun, even just with bots. Ectoplast, level 3. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can claim that drop I got a while back. Some more Buster customization. Ooh, a hairstyle? Or is it a new color? That's cool. Got some green hair. Outfits, let's see, got another name tag, hotshot, top, t-shirt, the most comfy part of the Ghostbusters fit. Oh, my first real unlock there. Gotta stay cool. And, that's a good one. Ah, and then there's a different suit color. Could try that. Some accessories. Some very brightly colored construction gloves. Not sure about that. Okay, and then they have some various color options over here. I guess you can make them a little less garish if you want. Well, sort of. I don't know about that. But some different options for your amusement. Yeah, that could work. What else we got? Some pads. Contractor pads. Nah, no need. Oh, we're all snazzy now. Got a diabolical achievement. Very nice. Act 2, Tobin. Bust more ghosts and explore the ghost realm. Especially that second part, right? It does seem like their daily and weekly challenges do have more to do with being a Ghostbuster. We can try that once again too. Do a quick random job. I mean, I'll go into actual multiplayer when I feel like it. It's just initially when I'm learning the game, I don't really want to inflict that upon others necessarily.
Remember, you're a Ghostbuster now. Give 'em hell.
Alright, since current gadget VAD. How do I actually use it? They didn't really tell me how actually.
What the?
Ooh.
Any spooky stuff? Where you going?
Oops, wrong button.
Trust me, we've seen a lot worse. I'm talking fully formed psychokinetic entities.
Thanks for getting
Alright. Well, somebody already fled. Yeah, I don't know how to use that VAD. Okay, that's a ping.
Hey there.
Hello.
I can see you're scared, but everything will be fine.
It will?
Of course. Unless something goes
Don't
wrong.
be silly. It's fine.
Hey you, come back here and be pacified.
Bad feeling.
Don't worry about a thing. We'll have this wrapped up in no time.
All good. Just had a moment.
What the?
Duo Calmer, interesting.
Think this has any value?
Something's not right.
Oh boy, we got a massive rift over here.
Down the rim.
Photon pack is burning up.
Time to vent. All kinds of craziness here.
Right over there.
It's here.
We can't afford for anyone else to leave. Literally.
Hey, God, a little help would be great.
Take that.
Pull off.
Rick spotted.
This is a tough one.
Almost.
Nice work. 2 rips remain.
Sucker. Less opportunity for the ghost to
Some
evade.
nice pyrotechnics there.
It's scaring everyone away.
The location is nearing halfway haunted. Be careful. What the hell's going on out there?
Be careful. On the reach.
Good job. All the rips are done so. It's Ghostbusting time.
We just lost a civilian.
Rips obliterated. Circle back up and focus on the
Ah,
ghost.
I just got the prompt for the VAD.
Got overheating. Need to cool my pack.
Everyone's
Hold
gone.
on to this.
That's okay. Lock it down, trap them, and end this. It's over. The place is fully haunted.
Oh well, that's okay. So it's a possessor type, I think. Well, it is kind of nice that they actually give you progression whether you're playing with other humans or not. It seems like it's considered a legit part of the game. Unlike, say, Dead by Daylight, where they give you 0 XP for custom matches. Or Evil Dead, where you were getting limited XP, although I think they upped it recently. I got an achievement for doing a daily challenge. That's cool. And there's... Can you turn it in or something? Or is it just like automatic? Maybe it's just automatic. I think I suck as a Ghostbuster, but oh well. There's some stuff up top. Alright. I don't know if this is stuff you can select or it's just it happens. Peculiar. Okay, that reduces the range, increases the other stats. That's not bad. I got some visuals. Wait, it still says it's got something. Oh, okay, generator. Reduces movement speed, increases damage output, reduces tether health, increases venting efficiency. Okay, so it's mostly about venting efficiency. Yeah, I'll try it out. Alright, that's fine. Something down below here. Vapor. Sure. Let's try that. Although it gets partially covered, I think, by your strap. And Vapo. That's cool. It's a work in progress, but I feel like we're getting there. I think I'll call it on that for now. And I'll see about getting my accounts linked up so I can get that ghost skin drop that I believe I claimed earlier on Twitch. Just need to link it up and should be good to go.